everybody. I solemnly swear I am up to no good. So I will explain that little thing more in another video I do later to go over some stuff and get everybody's opinion. But this is the video for, I don't know if this is 4 or 5. I don't exactly know where I am right now. But the room is, I think at this point, done. I don't know. I know the comment is going to be probably a second coat of ocean blue is needed on the walls, but I'm kind of at this point like I've got so many pictures I'm going to be hanging on the walls that I'm kind of like, does it really? Because the other problem too is there are still parts of the wall that are tacky. And so in about an hour, we are going to start putting in the desk. And I really don't want to have to try to paint around the desk. I'm having enough, obstacles just painting with nothing in the room. So we'll see. I kind of think I'm at this point saying I'm done, but we'll show the video upstairs to the boss and see what her opinion is. But anywho, we'll quickly kind of go over the room. So as you can see, the wizard wall is painted. The wizard has been squared off, so that green tape is obviously going to come off. And then, so it's nice, now it's a nice square. In looking at it, some of David's old paint is still coming through over here. So I might, with a brush, touch that area up to just make sure to really cover up his paint. But that's probably on this wall the only thing. I mean, again, here's like roller things, but I don't know. One, it's kind of weird because it's smooth. So part of me says, yeah, fix it. Another part of me says I might be hanging a picture actually here. Brent had got me that one picture I showed a little bit back of the, I just got blue paint on me and I don't know where I got it from. But Brent bought me that We're All Happy Here from the Alice in Wonderland. And so I wanted to put that by the wizard. So that might actually be going in that spot. The problem is that it gets lost in the blue. So I'm going to have to either buy a canvas or I'm going to have to do something on that wall, like make like a pink cloud or something and then do it. So I don't know. I'm tempted not to repaint that area because, again, a picture is going to go there. And then I also have David's good versus bad Care Bears that he drew for me a long time ago, which is one of my favorite pictures he drew for me. And that's going to be going on the wizard wall as well. So as you can tell, the wizard wall is going to have anything that is of wizardy kind of weirdness, or because of the eyes, kind of scary demon. Next to it, I'm hoping to put a kind of like shelving unit that would have, it's going to have a whole bunch of knickknacks on it. So that was the wizard wall. And then, like we said, then we come over here. This countertop or this ledge is obviously going to be full of tons of knickknacks. Starting in that corner will be a lot of Halloween stuff because it matches with the wizard. But you can see the blue metallic on the bottom and then the dark ocean blue wall on the top. And again, I know this is backwards. A lot of people, the dark color goes on the bottom and the light color goes on the top. So again, the reason we kind of went with this approach is at first I was just going to touch up the wall and I didn't want to lose the wizard. We weren't sure how easy that was going to be. Then we decided we couldn't really touch up the wall, so we would just move to, actual full out new paint. But we did really like the blue, so we decided to stick with the blue shade. But I didn't want to make the bottom wall even darker than a dark blue. So that's why we went with this metallic. And I know it's reverse of what normal people do, but I kind of like it. So again, that's the back. That's that wall. It's all right. Again, I'm not a professional painter. And even if I went a second coat, I can promise you there would still be roller lines just because I'm not a professional and do not know how to do it. So I don't think a second coat would necessarily fix all my roller lines. The way to fix it is probably a professional. But again, this is another wall that is just going to be full of pictures. So from, the ledge is going to have all my knickknacks, and then the wall is going to have tornado pictures, I think, is going on this wall. So it's going to have storms, tornadoes, and stuff like that. So I'm hesitant, again, to waste another second coat of paint when I'm just going to cover it up anyhow. And to be honest, from a distance, it really doesn't look bad. And up close, the things you see, you're going to probably see even if I put another second coat on. The window. Not much to really see here, plus it's like really dark because of the way this room is with the lights. So again, same thing. Bottom is the metallic blue, and then the top you can't even really see it because of the way the light shines in here. But it's the dark blue. I'm going to be hanging blackout shape drapes up. Again, want to hurry up and get everything done. I didn't measure the window, and I happened to be at the store and I saw this really cute rod. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to buy the rod. And then the store had the other new way of hanging rods, which is like you tuck it behind the molding, and it's got like a little nail, and it just sits on the corner of your molding. I'm like, oh, I kind of like that. Totally something I can do. That's it. I'm done. I'm getting my drapes so that I can have that in before the desk, because the desk is going to go here. So reaching over the desk to put the drapes up, this would be easier if I got it done now. I did not measure the window. And so I bought this cool rod that only goes 48 inches, and my window's bigger than that. So I'm not sure I'm getting the window done today. But anyhow, on both sides of the window, I bought these Ouroboros canvas paintings. So each of those are going on the sides of the window. So once again, that wall is being covered by pictures. Finally, the gigantic wall. So this wall is 100% floor to ceiling of the deep ocean blue. Again, it looks pretty good. I'm kind of proud of myself, really. There are the roller streaks. There's nothing it's just, I'm not a pro. So they're just going to be there. So I really, again, I'm like hesitant to say why. Number one, I can't put a second coat in before the desk gets here. The wall is still tacky in some areas. So I definitely cannot put a second coat on. So it would have to be put a second coat on after the desk got here, which again, I struggled enough with an empty room. So my opinion, I think I'm done, but we'll see. I'll discuss it a little bit with Mom. But anyhow, this wall, again, is going to be covered by something. One is I have a huge cling wall lighthouse sunset. I think it's bigger than I thought. I don't know. It's in a big, huge roll. I got it from Amazon, or I got it from Home Depot. So I'm not sure how big it's going to be when I take it out. It might just be big inside that tube. The tube is big and the picture is so small. So depending on how big it is, other things might go on that wall in terms of, again, the tornado scenes and stuff like that. As you can see, again, that's what this room is. It's, wizards. There's going to be magic in here because of all the Disney stuff, and then tornadoes because I'm the storm. I love storms and everything else like that. Lower wall a lot is going to be hidden as well. It's such a shame that I did this metallic color because it's going to get hidden. You've got the desk over there with work because of what I do. I'm going to have a locked file cabinet. I'm going to have a printer down here at some point, so I will have a table or a desk for the printer. I'm going to have an extra laptop down here for when I'm not doing my, work stuff, that I have my own personal laptop. So when you start to fill this room, less and less of these walls are going to show. So again, I think with that being said, I'm probably coming to a close with this, with the painting. I'm hoping in the next, 20 minutes to come take the tape down and roll everything up and do another vacuum of the floor before my desk gets put in here. Oh, one other little thing I decided to do. So I had this plum color, or it's more fuchsia, I think, than plum, but And I kind of was like, oh, what am I going to do with it? I guess I won't get to paint anything. And I wasn't going to change this shelf at all because it's a pretty wood color. But with the paint, some of the places did come up. And so I thought, you know what? I wonder, that would be kind of maybe a cute little contrast. So I just quickly sponged on a coat of the plum on just the piece that you see. So the top is still the brown, and I'm going to keep it that way because, again, I'm putting stuff on top of this, so you're not going to see it. But I thought that was kind of cool. So when you come into the room, you see that ocean blue top. You've got the plum kind of color on the wood, and then you got the metallic on the wall. Again, the drapes I brought for the window were red because I thought, oh, well, you know, there's my Superman and Captain Marvel colors is the whole red and navy blue kind of thing. So I thought, ooh, red, they're not like bright red, they're like a dark red. Blackout shapes would look good with the decor in the room, but I have a feeling, like I said, that's not going to fit. So half of me this morning thought it was okay if it doesn't completely fit because I was like, well, then I have the sides to look out the window when I want to without having to constantly be moving the drapes. But I have a feeling it's going to look really stupid. So I have to decide. It was only $10. The rod was only $10. So I have to decide if I want to put it up, and then worst case scenario, I'll keep it and maybe use it in one of the other rooms, or if I'm just going to leave it and return it. I don't know. I'll have to decide. But anywho, that's it. The floor is the floor. There's really not much I can do about it. You can see in this area here, that's one of the areas I was working on with treating, and it did lighten it. But it's a lot of work to get that to happen, and it was going to cost me a little bit of money because each of those bottles is like $7, and I did like 4 spots on the rug, and the bottle's already empty, and I would have to do all 4 of those spots still yet again. So I might just, again, as I'm working in here, I have bottles and just kind of go around and, ooh, look, there's one, let's treat that one today. Ooh, there's one, let's treat that one today. And just kind of let it be the way it is for now. I'll worry about replacing the rug when we're to a point where we're going to replace all the floors in the basement, because then that's, you know, probably the best time. So that's it for now. I'm going to finish up wrapping up a couple other things, and then I'm going to be pulling down all the tape, putting all this paint stuff away, and preparing for the desk to come in. So I don't know. I'll have to figure out what my next video is going to be, if I'm going to do a video of all the tape down, or if the next video will be more when I have some personal things hanging on the wall. So mischief managed, everybody.